Hello to all my friends, fans, and fellow coaster nerds. My name is Shadow Phoenix, and this is a new series that I have started playing with Planet Coaster. This is my first time actually messing around with challenge mode on Planet Coaster. Typically, I do sandbox, and I did try my hand at career mode as well, but not really fooling around with challenge mode very much. Watched a couple of people kind of doing this, kind of looked fun, and I thought, okay, well, let's do this then. So the idea that I'm working on here is we're going to do a very, very generic American style park. By American style generic, I mean Six Flags, Cedar Point, Kings Island, those types of parks. Small, but not really themed as much as they are just built for getting people to the park and just for a fun day out. That's kind of the idea here. Now what I'm actually doing first is I'm actually creating the entrance here before I ever actually start building in the actual challenge mode. So I did open up a challenge mode box. I should have just done this in sandbox, but I started out in challenge mode here. And the idea for my front entrance is actually based upon Kentucky Kingdom's entrance, which I find is a really, really cool kind of entrance. It's got kind of a very classic American feel to it, and of course this is going to go well, like really, really well with some of the new stuff that we have coming out in the next update, which they just announced this week. We have lots of fireworks are coming, of course. Wooden coaster supports are now going to be paintable. Lots of other little features and stuff. Some new coaster types, some new rides, which are going to go great in this. But also just even for this entrance alone, I think there's going to be a few things we'll be able to use out of the scenery, which we've seen a little bit of. So recreating the entrance of Kentucky Kingdom was kind of tough to do. I had to really kind of think on this. There was no way to get it exact because the scenery pieces that we have, to work with aren't just there, so I had to use a lot of detailing. Now the problem with this is that this thing costed, I think, somewhere around $1,500 when finished. So opening a challenge park, beginning a brand new challenge park, and starting out, $1,500 of your hard-earned money that you start with is going to be gone on just this entrance. Now I decided to do this entrance in 3 sections. This is only the first section that you're going to actually see me do here, which is just the entrance by itself. It does have a building on the left and a building to the right, which we will build externally and add in as the time comes once the actual challenge park starts. And the idea behind this series is that once a week I will come in and do kind of a time frame kind of period-esque version of the challenge park. Now this may consist of a single year, or it may consist of 1 to 2 years, or anywhere up to even a 3-year period. Maybe even a little further than that, but right now I don't think we'll go past 3 years in one video. And it will kind of show the adjustments and stuff that I make to the park, some of the additions and things that we do. It won't, of course, be like, oh, okay, we're going to start, and then, like an hour later, oh, right, well, sweet, we just reached, year 2. It's just going to be more of a, like this is kind of what we're working on. Well, you'll see in the next video. I've not even got it down pat myself exactly what we're going to do. Now, if you really, 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 really like this entrance, it is going to be up on the workshop very, very soon. As soon as I finish up all the little details on it, you will be able to download it within the next week, I'm going to say. Probably. Yeah, sometime next week you should see this up on the workshop. Everything with it should be finished by that point. And if you're looking for a nice classic entrance, then this is definitely going to fit the bill for that. One thing you're going to see me do here probably in a moment, and I did this just as a joke as I was streaming, so you'll have to pay no attention to it, is I make a welcome sign, and I was just having some fun, so sorry about that. if it shows up, if it's in this video, I do apologize about that. Those who watched my Twitch stream, you do know what I'm talking about with that. So sorry guys. But in the meantime though, this is pretty much how everything is going to work. I don't really have a whole lot else to say about what we're going to be doing. The plan, I guess, for the park is to start slow and build just a couple of rides. And of course we want a coaster to kind of get the people in there and a couple of flat rides. We'll build a couple of shops. And as progress continues, like we'll add a flat ride one year, a coaster or something bigger the next year or next 2 years after that. And we'll just kind of do it that way. Like if you look at some of the American parks and stuff that we have, most of the time what you're going to see is, you know, one year they'll add something small, like they'll do like a water park edition or something like that. The next year, you know, you'll see a flat ride. And then, you know, like in the third year, they'll do something big. They'll do a coaster or something like a major attraction. And then it starts over again, you know, major attraction, flat ride, water park. Major attraction, water park, flat ride. It's something along those lines, but it's always, you know, a couple of years in between their biggest things. Very rarely do you ever see a park do something big and then something big again the next year. That doesn't necessarily mean that they're not spending, you know, a lot of money on it. It's just that they do, you know, and they do create these coasters. It takes time for all these things to kind of appear. And there you see me kind of playing around with the signs there, which kind of got my attention there while I was talking. Again, I was just screwing around with the signs, just having a little bit of fun. So I'm sure you guys can appreciate that. And again, you know, that's pretty much the basic idea of what this series is going to be. Is just, you know, this is the park. This is, you know, it's 1 to 3 years of life during the park, and then we'll continue in the next video and see what's happened with it and everything. And you know, that's the idea. So this is it. This is the this, you know, just the basic entrance to the park, and I really liked how it came out. I thought it turned out beautiful. And I can't wait to see you guys in the next video with this. And again, if you guys really like the actual entrance of the park here, then by all means give me about a week. I will have it up on my workshop. If you guys haven't checked out my workshop, the link is in the description down below. You can check that out, and there will be lots of other cool stuff in there. Things from Vista View Park are in there, as well as a couple other things I created, you know, just by myself and just kind of playing around with some of the things like that. But yeah, I guess this is going to be the end of the video. So if you guys are interested in supporting my Patreon, the link for that is in the description below. I very much appreciate all of that. All the details are on the Patrons page itself. And again, the link is down below. If you're interested in all of the different, you know, like components, if say my computer system, for example, you're interested in what kind of computer do I use to play Planet Coaster or all my games or do my video editing, all of the specs for my computer is down below in the video as well. You can check those out. It's links to Amazon where you can buy those on there if you feel like it, and it's links directly over to that specific thing. So that's going to do it for today. I will see you guys in the next video. Hey everyone, thanks so much for tuning into my videos and my channel. If you aren't already a subscriber, click the icon on the screen to do so. You can also check out some of my other videos here as well. Also, watch me live on Twitch and keep up to date with what's going on in my own little world with Twitter. If you'd like to help support the channel, you can do so with Patreon. Every dime donated and pledged means the world to me. So wherever you are in the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.